It's always great to see Mel Gibson back in the big screen, isn't it? How I Spent My Summer Vacation is quite a really good film. Like it's one of those films you just probably go and see for about an hour or so, and you know you'd be done with it. And it's great to see Mel Gibson back in the big screen. I know he was probably back with Beaver, but I feel this is the film that we probably want him seen in. You know, if you like your Lethal Weapon, Mel Gibson and whatnot, I think this film's pretty good and some of it's surprisingly funny. So let's crack on with the review. Now the story is Mel Gibson's running away from cops, and then he decides to sort of crash in spectacular fashion into the Mexico border, and he still gets caught by the police, but the Mexico police actually has him now. They take him to this prison which for some reason kind of looks like a sort of mall or just kind of like a big community, because you seem to sort of do stuff in there like you probably do it in a day-to-day life, except you just don't go home and have the luxury lifestyle. So he's in there, he's trying to figure out maybe a way to get out and whatnot, trying to sort of live a way through it, and he finds a way and he discovers this boy, and there's something special about this boy and he wants to find out what, and also how to sort of get out and whatnot. Now like I said, it's really good to see Mel Gibson back in this sort of the big screen, and he really does deliver really well in this film. Like the lines he brings out, the humour, it's really good to see him back. And some of the like this insane scenes that he does is like it's crazy, and he's maybe kind of a wee bit like sick twisting in a bit, but even still he's kind of lovable, believable, and I quite like it. And even though like I was saying about the whole prison, it was actually quite nice wee atmosphere, and there were some good hilarious moments in some places. But again, the problem is the film is like, it's about an hour and a half long, and that's not saying it's bad, but there's not really a lot in it, and sometimes you just feel as though that they're just trying to move the story forward quicker, they're just trying to add something into it, and it kind of starts to become a bit of like a cop-out of a couple of things, and again it's just, I mean it's good, but it's not like memorable, and I think it would be great to see Mel Gibson back in another film, or another big action film. But I do have something about the title, and I just don't think the title really suits this film at all. I mean, he kind of just like narrates for himself, and he doesn't really sort of write a letter or whatnot, because in the trailer he's kind of saying, you know, he's kind of like talking to his mum like he's sort of writing a letter or whatnot, and I wished maybe that if he'd sort of done that throughout the film, but I've not really seen him doing that, and again I find that's kind of what the biggest problem with the film, it's the title. Some film titles don't really suit the film in general, and this one is one of those films. Well, I did enjoy this film, and for that I'm going to give it a good rating and a 6.5 out of 10. I don't think it's the best film that Mel Gibson's ever done, but it's a good film to sort of see him return into the sort of genre that most people like him for.